Good evening, my name is Blubbers Beakerson and you are watching the Penguin Information Network for Global Understanding. Tonight's top story, are your nestlings flunking school due to a crippling fish addiction? Now, we all love a bit of fish now and then, but it seems our young chicks are taking things to extremes, skipping classes and running off from school in order to fuel their bird-ginning habits. As well as bad grades, reduced mating possibilities and undesirable life outcomes, excessive fish consumption can cause obesity, premature baldness, or even the dreaded sporadic elongated beak syndrome. We talked to fish addict and undesirable ne'er-do-well, Fish-Face Beady Eyes, about his descent into the nightmare world of excessive fish consumption.
It was a really slippery slope. It started with a couple of anchovies extra here, another LB krill, shrimp cocktails. But before I knew it, I was spending all my pebbles on imported salmon. I was skipping diving classes to go get the latest catch, hanging out with polar bears and killer whales. I don't even know how to swim.
You may not even know your chicks are dabbling in excessive fish consumption. Chicks often use code words to refer to taking excess fish, such as rolling the rockling, kissing the catfish, or waxing the walrus's whiskers.
Oh God, Chinstrap Fancy Flippers is here. I can't be seen talking to you.
There we have it, straight from the seahorse's mouth. So, remember colonists, the devil has all the best tuners. I've been Blubbers Beakerson. Stay fluffy, Antarctica.
Hello, we're the Critical Twits. I'm Aaron Ravinsky.
I'm Brian Ennis.
And I'm Joe Lewin.
And today we're going to be reviewing Ice Cool. Ice Cool is a 2 to 4 player game designed by Brian Gomez and released by Brain Games, where you play high school penguins skipping class in order to collect fish, while one of you acts as hall monitor and chases the truants down for their hall passes. It takes minutes to explain and only about 20 to 30 minutes to play. One of the reasons the Critical Twits love board games is their physicality. It taps into the part of the brain that loves presents. Even when you know what you've gotten, you fondle the packaging lovingly, gently prise it loose to find. Generally a mess of pieces, bits of board, instructions, adverts, and the occasional existential terror. Everything is contained neatly inside of the Ice Cool box, with the box itself actually becoming part of the board. It also takes a very short time to set up and put away thanks to the packaging design.
Ready? Yeah. Steady? Yeah. Go.
How long did it take?
1 minute 13 seconds.
It's easy, you simply line up the colours on the side of the board, peg with the most obedient fish ever known to human or penguin, give out the pieces, put down the cards, go. To collect the fish, or to catch the truants, you simply nudge these rather lovely pieces around the corridors of the school you set up, and hope, at least in some of our cases, that they pass through the doorways with fish above them in order to score fish cards. Or in the case of the hall martyr, hope your waddling glide unceremoniously clashes with as many other penguins as possible to secure hall passes in a worryingly totalitarian way. After one of the players has collected all their fish, or the hall martyr has collected everyone's hall passes, the round is over, and fish cards are handed out for each hall pass. Each fish card has a different number on it, and once everyone has had a turn at being the hall martyr, every player adds up the numbers on the cards, and the highest wins. Simple enough, and part of the reason this won the UK Games Expo 2016 Family Game of the Show. The pieces have been designed with aggressive fingers in mind. Made from a hard plastic, they are able to withstand very punishing flicks, and they've also got lovely detail on. I mean, look at his little face.
I hate their faces. They keep looking at me. And when I try and flick them away, it really hurts. Nasty pointed beaks.
The pieces have been designed not unlike Sputio players. Unlike their boring, let's guide and reasonably straight line counterparts, Ice Cool's penguins curve, wobble, bounce, and as long as you flick it in the non-pointy bit of the head, jump across the board. Initially this can feel a little bit random as your piece is determined to bash its face into the walls in the vain hope of escaping the school, or jumping mere millimetres, or even flying their way straight outside of the school. That's because you suck. There's some genuine skill to the game, with good players able to curve through multiple doorways, leap into groups of penguins, and generally make the rest of you look like you dangerously lack dexterity. But fear not, even the most rubbish of you can still feel like you're competing. Smashing into penguins or being caressed by them while being the hall martyr is reasonably easy, and you get cards simply for keeping your hall pass. And the random nature of the cards assures everyone still feels as if they are in the game. Get 2 one-scoring cards, and you can even declare them to get an extra go.
Players should be punished for being bad at a game. It builds character. I've got lots of character. Look at my hair.
Now, normally this kind of randomness would put us off. The hardcore competitive gamers in us demand reward for being so much better than the rest. But this game is simply meant to be fun, and it is, without leaving anyone feeling like they shouldn't have even bothered playing the game. So you're behind on cards, you might still have more points, so you carry on enjoying yourself.
The two-player variant can be bland, with fewer pieces to interact with, hence less violent clashes. You're mostly just left flicking yourself.
And we found this was also the way with the free-player game. But the more players that play, the more fun it is. And even with that in mind, we still keep coming back to play this. There's plenty of fun to be had in the two-player game, especially when one of you pulls off an amazing move, free of interfering penguins.
Yes, I did it!
I was going to whinge about the box wearing out, because it's made of cardboard, but surprisingly, when we checked it out after playing quite a few games, it was holding up really well. I'm not even any good at being miserable.
So what do we actually think of the game? Well, for me personally, and for the rest of the Critical Twits as well, of course, we find it a critical hit. It's a fun game. The more players there are involved, the better. Although that could be said by many of the games. The pieces are surprisingly hard wearing considering the wear and tear they're going through. And despite the lack of a hardcore competitive environment that we generally like, the light-hearted fun of this game is what appeals to us. It's quick and it's easy to set up. It's fun to play in between games for players who don't have children. And if you've got a family, it's great. They are not going to get distracted. All the pieces are lovely looking and colourful, and they're going to keep their attention held during the course of the game, and they're always going to feel like they're involved. So. So, if you enjoyed our review today, please like and subscribe down below. You can also find us on Twitter, on Facebook. Our podcasts come up on SoundCloud, although we do them on YouTube as well.
Subscribe for more videos, more reviews, more unboxings, and more Colin.
Yay!
Say bye, Colin.
Bye!
That was you. Let Colin speak for himself. Come with me.
Wise words from Colin.